Hey, welcome back. So today I am going to be talking about the High Kingship of Ireland and also Brehon law. Alright, so first we have the Rí, who is the leader of a Tua. They're also sometimes known as a Rí Tua. They would rule a people, and sometimes they would owe allegiance to a higher king, who would be known as a Rí Tua Mór, the king of a larger people. This then continues onto the Rí Cuiche, who are the kings of the provinces Meath, Leinster, Ulster, Munster, and Connacht. The Rí Cuiche would then hold a council and appoint the Ard Rí, or High King. The kings would rule from their royal sites, which are also their places of inauguration. The High King had the Hill of Tara, the King of Leinster had Dún the King of Ulster had Amon Macha, the King of Munster had the Rock of Cashel, and the King of Connacht had Rath Cruachan. There was also the Hill of Ishnach, which kind of served as a meeting place for the kings. The kings would be elected by a council who would hold a meeting that would last 3 days and 3 nights, and then the inauguration would take place on their royal site, which was usually a hill, usually with some type of inauguration standing stone or cairn at the top, and also sometimes a sacred tree. During the inauguration, the king would swear an oath to govern with justice, observe the law, and maintain the customs of the kingdom. These inaugurations were also kind of treated like a marriage between the king and the goddess of the land, so that's just a thing to keep in mind. During these inaugurations, the king was often given a white wand to signify that their rule and governance would be stainless and straight like the wand. The king would have a council below him that would aid him in his decision-making. Highest among these on the council were the house steward, who would manage the king's affairs for him, and also the champion, who would fight for the king's honor and protect the kingdom. Cuchulainn held this position in the Kingdom of Ulster while Conchobar mac Nessa was ruling, and Cuchulainn, he did a great job. He single-handedly defended Ulster from the incoming invasion by Connacht. Still lost the Brown Bull of Cooley, but he tried his best. He was one guy. Now, on to Brehon laws. So in Brehon law, first you would train very hard for many years until you had mastered law, and then you would become a lawyer. Then once you got skilled enough as a lawyer and you were known to be just, you would be appointed as a Brehon, which is a judge and also what Brehon laws are named after. Brehon law would later be altered by Christianity and the Pope's influence, and then full-on replaced by the feudal laws, but we're not there yet, so let's talk about Brehon law. The most common punishment for committing a crime under Brehon law would be reimbursing the person who had been wronged, which makes sense. Another thing is that they did not have a death penalty under Brehon law. This is possibly due to the fact that they did not have a police force. There just wasn't one. The Fianna was kind of a police force, but not really. They just kind of did what the High King wanted, and they traveled around, so it's not like you could rely on them to be there to protect you. Another thing about Brehon law is that divorce was legal, which would have been uncommon for the time, but it's legal here. Alright, so this is the end. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please consider liking and subscribing. I would really appreciate that for, the bragging rights. Thanks for watching. This is part 1 of a 2-part series. The next part will be coming out hopefully in 2 weeks if I can get that done. It'll be on the High Kings of Ireland, who specifically they were, and also I might just throw in any other significant kings into there. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please maybe check out some of the other videos on my channel. Thank you. Goodbye.